Let me attempt to analyze a word here. Jerusalem, well, there is no J, of course, in Hebrew. No J pronunciation, it's Ya. And the is a slur on Ah. So it's jrroosaylem. Is in rough and vibration, and oo is associated with through, oozing through. It's the incompetence of matter, of childhood, ignorance, incompleteness. Say is just say, it's to speak. Remember, all creation is spoken into being by our Father. jrroosaylem. As in leave. The very minimum of being. Ma is mother. Birth into the eternal. We leave this moment of time, childhood, in the womb, in our very mother. Jerusalem is the very forming of the child, the time in mother's womb, awaiting the consciousness of birth into the eternal world. An eternal environment so different from that which was familiar in the womb. Notice in passing the sounds in the word womb. W, of course, for woman. W. The oo sound again, and the m for mother. The very place of birth. The creation of the body, which is in itself the very reception of the Spirit of God, life. She feeds life into the material world from her very self, her body, embracing the child to be, in preparation that he may receive his first breath. In the kingdom of heaven, what we call life eternal. To return to where I started then, Jerusalem, the story, the place, city, is of the heart of a nation waiting to be born, waiting for the returning of the king, you see. The real reign of the city and the state doesn't come until the king comes. Again I say Yah, which is God. You say Yah. Ru, the roughness is the vibration. It is, matter is vibration. Cycles. It's felt by its vibration. It resists. It ooze. matter is inert but for the vibration, and the vibration is caused by the spirit passing through. As say, it's spoken into creation, you see, it's speaking a creativity. God is speaking. The mother is preparing. You know, he took the dust of the earth and preparing for what, you see? Jrroosaylem. Le is also leave, preparing to leave. There's a brevity. Mother. It says in Jerusalem's the place of the pregnancy where the person is prepared for the first breath of life. And this incredible creativity, of course, is done by God. But again, the very word starts with, you know, just like John 17, Father, Yah, God. Yah being like Yehovah, God is praise. You can only be God to you if you value what He is. In small letter terms, you know, non-name terms, your God is what you value. It is what God values that brings the possibility of life. The astonishing miracle in the womb, preparing the baby for the material world and to receive breath. The spirit that makes a soul, a foundation, into a living soul, a being. And the goal is that they become an eternal being with God. Wonderful through this process of experience of childhood in the universe of uncertainty. The Old Testament then is not meant to be an obsession with the ideal state and the city that's going to dominate the new world order and all that. I mean, it's a complete, it's a story. It's a story that's meant to tell you about what really matters in creation to you, which is your being and your preparation. Jerusalem is the very heart of you. It's the seat, the throne of the great King, the kingdom of heavens within you. It's your heart, your spiritual heart. When a man became a living soul, God breathed into him. What would a man give in exchange for his soul? Jesus says at some point. The story is talking about life, not some worldly empire. The Hebrew religion became an obsession with the salvation of the state of Israel, a triune of Isis, Ra, and El in its battle twixt the superpowers of Egypt and a Hittite kingdom or Persia and whatever. Became a historicity of the Hebrew people, validating the status of a nation. quite simply became nothing to do with God at all. And the fruits of this religion was, well, ghastly outcome down the passage of time. Whereas the person who's overcome by gratitude and love enter into life eternal, joy, peace, all goodness, all blessing. Do you see the difference? Do you see the difference between religion, which is the exoteric, and loving kindness, which is the esoteric? The esoteric is not some outer structure. It's not a society of matter, roles, rules, and hierarchy and regulation and bureaucracy. It's a loving family of the host of heaven, God's family. You're God's family. Your true family. Bless you.